Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you can hear, but there is some sort of engineering, building works going. It's been annoying all week, but we will just make do. Before we get into today's video, actually, I was talking to the YouTuber Angelica Oles about this problem. So, when you upload a new video, it's pretty much common knowledge that YouTube deletes inactive accounts, so you can see a temporary drop in subscribers when you upload new content. However, not only has YouTube not been pushing out content properly to my subscribers and therefore it's not really getting recommended, YouTube is actually removing active subscribers. At first, because I put up a new video the other day and it lost like 200 subscribers, but the likes dislike ratio was 99 to 100% in my favour. Like there was only 5 dislikes on the video at this time anyway. So at first I did think, either my content's really shit or something else is going on, because like if 200 people are going to suddenly unsubscribe from you, you'd see there would be something to cause that. So I've been talking to Angelica about this, and it's actually a thing YouTube are getting rid of. So this isn't a conspiracy, it's not just that my content is a bit shit. The platform is ran by donkeys, and I found a comment on the most recent video I did saying that they had been unsubscribed, though they didn't unsubscribe themselves. So it's really annoying. So, God, what a long intro. It's very important that if you're new here, if you like what you see, do subscribe. If you realise that you've been unsubscribed from me for whatever reason, please resubscribe. And engagement is really important. Comment, even if it's to tell me that my hair looks terrible. I never get comments like that. My hair always looks lovely. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to mention that for the next few videos because it's rather annoying. I don't mind not getting 100,000 views on every single video, because all the content that I do on this channel is because I find it interesting. It personally interests me. But there is gonna be some content, like the drama stuff or the commentary stuff, that interests, I can't talk, other people more than, say, me reviewing all of the first 4 Twilight books. That is definitely a video that will be up within the next few weeks. I know what my audience likes and what a lot of people like to subscribe to this channel for, but most of the time I just like to do whatever I feel like talking about that day. However, it is annoying that YouTube aren't pushing videos out to my subscribers properly, and when they do, sometimes they just delete active Okay, to be honest though, it was nice to talk to another YouTuber about it and realise that, oh, I'm not crazy and it's not some Illuminati conspiracy, because YouTube really don't want me telling the truth about Made in Chelsea. Anyway, so for today's video, I found this article earlier about Zoella. Now, Zoe for me is an interesting one because I've definitely found that in my older age, I've mellowed out and I have basically a soft spot for her. Don't get me wrong, I think Alfie is arrogant, bit of a knob. I wouldn't give him the time of day. If I saw him, I'd probably get a selfie just to be sarcastic about it afterwards, but I wouldn't really like giving him the time of day. But Zoella, I would happily go to a cafe, have a coffee, bit of cake, and ask her what decorations, bring out the autumnal elements of my house the best. Do you know what I mean? Yes, she's had her fair share of controversy, but and she's probably a snob, but I've really mellowed out. This is going to sound a little bit mean, and I don't mean it in an entirely 100% mean way, maybe about 20% mean. But for me, so I follow Zoella on Instagram, and she is the most boring person alive, but I love it. I would, if she sees this video, gets offended straight away and like blocks me on Instagram, I would genuinely be sad, because it's like finding the beauty in the mundanity of everyday life. She goes to like cabbage fields and takes little Insta stories, boomerangs of cabbages. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's lovely. She's just one of those people that I enjoy ribbing a little bit, but it's not malicious. It's just, she knows that she does the wholesome, cozy content, and sometimes you like that. This is the longest intro ever we have. But actually, when I used to drink on my hangover days, sometimes I would put on some of her vlogs just because it's easy to digest. I don't have to do any strenuous thinking, and I'm not going to be questioning my own existence watching her, So, but I found this article that it came out a few weeks ago. exclusive, and it's the Daily Mail, forgive me. But it's a Daily Mail exclusive, I believe. Revealed. YouTube star Zoella splashes $2 million on modern loft in Brighton to turn into offices while claiming taxpayers' money for furloughed assistant. Oh, Zoella, how could you? Can you not stay out of trouble for more than 2 seconds? Zoella, real name Zoe Sugg, has brought the 4-bedroom New York-style property of her company Alizee. The millionaire plans to turn the trendy terrace property in Brighton, East Sussex, into a lofty office space. News of the purchase comes after it emerged she has claimed thousands of taxpayers' money for furlough. Daily Mail loves that term, taxpayers' money. They love it. Use it all the time. Zoella's £25,000 a year Girl Friday, I don't know what that is, Holly Macy, who organises parties and walks her dog, was furloughed. Zoella doesn't even walk Nala anymore. She pays her mate Holly. Holly is like one of them. It's embarrassing. I know so much about Zoella and Alfie Days. It's one of their mates, I think from school. Firstly, what's 25k after tax? After tax, you will take home £1,700 every month. So it's £12 an hour if you're working 40 days a week. But in Brighton, is that living wage? What is the living wage? Oh my god, I sound like a Tory. Out of touch. What is the living wage?
And I just want to 100% clear up right now that I'm not a Tory.
Yes, see, Brighton to rent. Brighton and Hove to rent. This hasn't really much to do with the video, but I just like looking at properties. Okay, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Brighton starting at around £800 a month. So 25 grand a year. What's the average salary in Brighton? 28k. Sorry, like, I know some people maybe don't like talking about money too much, but it kind of fascinates me. I like the numbers. £25,000 a year. I thought Holly was like the office manager. But now she's walking Zoe's dog. Apparently they haven't even house trained Nala. 25 grand a year might be alright for some people, but what you do need to bear in mind, I go to Brighton sometimes. I think it's kind of an expensive, I have got some friends who live in Brighton, and it's not like a cheap city to live in, you know? And also, you just know that Zoe gets at least 50 grand per sponsorship. Anyway, multi-millionaire YouTube star Zoella has splashed out nearly $2 million. Yes, we just went over that. Office manager, yes, Holly is the office manager. Mail Online revealed last week that the highly successful vlogger, real name Zoe Sugg, was paying her 25 grand a year Girl Friday. What is a Girl Friday? I'm gonna Google it. What is Girl Friday? Like, what does it fucking mean? Why does the Daily Mail use outdated terms? I know it's like a boomer newspaper, but still. Girl Friday, a go-to girl, a female who will get you fit. So, kind of like a PA. Should be paying her like 40 grand a year if so, Zoe. I mean, she's walking your fucking dog. From the government's coronavirus furlough scheme, despite her business booming during lockdown. Now her company has bought a £1.9 million building in Brighton's hip North Lane district and has been given permission to convert part of it from residential to commercial use. Since the pandemic tore through the economy, leaving thousands jobless, Sugg, 30, believed to be worth around $5 million. Surely more than that. I really think that these people do underestimate. Because, I mean, at her peak, she had 12 million followers on YouTube, 5 million on her, I hate myself so much right now, 5 million on her second channel. She has like Zoella Beauty and all that kind of stuff. She's got to have more than 5 million. I mean, I think their mansion alone was like 2 million, you know, so why would you spend almost half your net worth on it? Do you know what I mean? I just really think that journalists kind of underestimate how much money there is with YouTubers. Has signed mega deals to promote BMW, GHD, Etsy and Spotify. I thought they said GBH then. To cope with the expansion, Sugg and her boyfriend and business partner, fellow vlogger Alfie Days 27, decided to buy their luxury premises to work from. News that Zoella used the furlough system to pay one of her staff promoted fury, leading one MP to label that outrageous. An insider told Mail Online the furlough scheme was set up for businesses who were really suffering during the pandemic, but hers is going from strength to strength, or so it seems. She should pay the furlough money back. According to the estate agent's details, the New York-style property, which was a 4-bedroom house with commercial premises below, takes its cue from the post-industrial chic look championed by the loft apartments of downtown New York. Planning permission change of use documents approved by Brighton and Hove City Council reveals Suggs' plan to knock down virtually all interior walls on both upper floors to make the most of the light airy space. Oak floors on the 1,200 square foot first floor complete the look, and according to the details, the 900 square foot second floor with its raw white plaster walls feels wonderfully Italian. Purchase of the freehold of the building will also give Suggs' business A to Z Creatives an income from the 3 commercial units on the ground floor, currently housing a restaurant and tattoo studio. Why do they need that much office space? Why? A to Z Creatives doesn't do anything. I don't know if I've showed their website before on this channel, but they don't do anything. They're just an office so Zoella can feel like she's a businesswoman, but all they do is make pancakes for Nutella Day and have like cheese boards and little parties. It's just an office where they all go to doss around and give their mates from school jobs. So maybe 25 grand a year is actually alright considering you're getting paid to walk someone's dog and eat pancakes. I'm genuinely not even hating. I think it's funny, okay? I think it's funny. Listen to this website. I got bored of the Daily Mail. Founded by Alfie Days and Zoe Sugg, our forward-thinking team consists of a collection of social media specialists, creative producers and branding divisions. We are a social media savvy creative outlet who love nothing more than producing great quality content to assist in taking creators, brands and local businesses from A to Z. What was any of this? Nutella. Jamie Oliver. They love Jamie Oliver, don't they? He loves them, I think. Look at this. Alfie looks dead bored. Alfie Days, company director. Best place to have a G&T in Brighton. The best place for a G&T has to be the gin tub. They have such a good selection of gins. You'd hope so, considering their name is the Gin Tub. Wouldn't really go there and be like, hello, do you have a large selection of vodka? Who would you love to be? This has just turned into me being a dick. Who would you love to be for the day? Sherlock Holmes. I'd love to experience the way his brain works. Alfie, I don't think Sherlock Holmes exists. End the sentence. Have I done this in a video before? Like gone on their website and mocked them a little? Are you getting it again? It makes me happy. Also, that Holly lady who Zoe pays 25k a year, she also has to sit around and watch Harry Potter with Zoe when, you know, like when it's the 900th time that month Zoella wants to watch Harry Potter. Once they did a Harry Potter marathon. I follow her on Instagram, this is how I know all of this. If she deletes me or blocks me, I'm going to be so gutted. Once they literally sat on the sofa and watched Harry Potter all day. And then the next day they watched the last bit. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. I'd be demanding at least 100k a year. Zoe Sugg, company director. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time? Read more and catch up on all the Netflix series I'm desperate to watch. How don't you have the time to do? Isn't that all you do anyway? Watch Netflix. Sorry, when you aren't in cabbage fields. Holly Macy, office manager. Best piece of advice you've ever been given. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. What about when you're dead? That's the end. That's not okay. It's not okay with me. The best piece of advice I've ever been given is don't lick plug sockets. Lauren Shipley, creative producer. Who inspires you? Creatively, I'm inspired by all the women I work with daily and in the industry. But spiritually, Leslie Knope. Does this mean, Lauren, that because I too am a female, you are inspired by me? That's really... Thank you. I needed that today. Should I go through the rest of the article? It's Alfie. It's come to knock me out. Residents nearby welcomed the change of ownership, saying it might make the area quieter. One neighbour said, "It could get quite rowdy at the weekends, as I think the upstairs of the building was being used as an Airbnb enterprise and we'd get hen parties making a din in the early hours. There are quite a few young families here with children, so if it's going to be quieter, then it's good news. I've heard of Zoella. I know she's an influencer and vlogger, but it's all a bit young for me." Well, let me tell you, you were in for a shock when Zoella moves in and gets really rowdy with her Nutella pancake parties. Tory MP criticised her using the Furloughs scheme. Leading crisis PR consultant Mark Bukorski agreed and said he was astonished that Suggs... Why is everyone so dramatic all the time? I am simply astonished. Why? Who cares? I mean, not who cares. I spoke about this previously. Don't use the furlough scheme if you don't need it because there are smaller businesses that can't afford it. I don't mean who cares in that way. I just mean, why is dramatic language always used? Imagine him sitting there being like, I am gobsmacked. It's not a thing, really. Let's sit down and have a glass of water. That Suggs PR team hadn't suggested she should immediately pay back the state aid, likely to be between £10,000 and £15,000. I mean, Zoe would have accountants and they probably would have said, do the furlough. But then, if she went along with it on the advice of financial advisors, you need a little bit of self-awareness, don't you? What I mean by that is, sure, there will be advisors saying, well, this is the best course of action for now because this year is quite tumultuous, we don't really know what's going to be happening, what's around the corner. But then, there should be a moment of, oh, but I'm Zoella, and I'm worth X amount. I have so much money, I have a skate ramp in my garden. Do you know what I mean? People are really hurting out there, and learning she's been taking on taxpayers' money won't have pleased them. It goes against the values she's built her social media empire on. What values did the old, Brit crew build their social media empire on? Was it just chubby bunny challenges? The kind of followers she has are notoriously fickle and easy to lose. The influencer game is like the Wild West. Her fame's ebbed and flowed, and there's always another one coming down the line. I mean, she's been losing subs for ages now, so I think she's just doesn't care at this point. There has been one small setback for Team Zoella this year. Both Alfie and Zoe's waxwork figures were removed from Madame Tussauds in January. A spokesperson confirmed that the figures originally put on display in 2015 were now in storage. We constantly update what guests can expect to see at the attraction. The showbiz world is ever changing and so are we. Oh, that's gutting, innit? Oh, rip. Sorry. Effing chat, lads. Last week, Suggs manager Maddie Chester told Mail Online the company used the furlough scheme because their office was closed. But what fictional place would Maddie most likely go to? Hogwarts, obviously. Can these people please read another book? I'll leave it to you guys. What do you think? Was Zoella wrong for using the furlough scheme? Should Holly be paid more to have to sit around and hang out with Zoella? And do raw white plaster walls feel wonderfully Italian? Those are the 3 questions I'll leave you guys with. If you enjoyed this video, do remember to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram. Zoella, please don't block me on Instagram. Your boring posts just help me get up in the mornings. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.